Hello, welcome to Temple Baptist Church in Poplar, Bluff, Missouri. We're glad you have chose to join us today for our devotional time. Our devotional today is going to be in Psalms chapter 53. We're going to read 4 verses there, and then we'll mainly concentrate on verse 3 to bring the text of the devotional to us. But I think all these other verses, and then we'll eventually drop down and get the last verse, verse 6. So probably I'll just read all of it, but I'm not going to. The fool has said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt and have done abominable iniquity. There is none who doeth good. God looks down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there are any who understand, who seek God. Every one of them has turned aside. They have together become corrupt. There is none who doeth good, no, not one. Have the works of iniquity no knowledge. Who eat up my people also, they eat bread and do not call upon God. We'll go ahead and get this. There they are in great fear where no fear was, for God has scattered the bones of him who encamped against you. You have put them to shame because God has despised them. Oh, that the salvation of Israel would come out of Zion when God brings back the captives of his people. Let Jacob rejoice and Israel be glad. All right, we look at this scripture today. The passage paints a grim portrait of humanity, doesn't it? Really, humanity. You know, when you read the verse 3 there, that we think that every one of them has, every one of them has gone back. They have altogether become filthy. There is none that doeth good, no, not one. And we really think that this applies to the fool who says in his heart, there is no God, in verse 1. And we think this just applies to the fool, but I think if you look at it, verse 2 lets us know that this passage is all about the children of men. And so the psalmist wasn't just describing the fool when he wrote, there is none that doeth God. And I think he was talking about you and me as well. It's not that we aren't capable of doing good. It's that we're unable to do good on our own, aren't we? We're not able to do good on our own. We're not capable of it. But that's what makes the good news of the gospel so incredibly good. It's incredibly good. We can't be good on our own, but God hasn't left us alone, has he? He hasn't left us here by ourselves. He sent his only begotten Son to die in our place in order that we who are bad to the bone could be declared righteous. I was dead in trespasses and sin, but now I'm with the righteous God. And what the psalmist is praying here for in verse 6, that Israel's deliverance would come from Zion, and it did. That was answered when Jesus Christ, in Jesus Christ. Let Jacob rejoice, let Israel be glad. I'm glad. How about you? I'm glad that, oh yeah, he's talking, he's just talking to the fool, but he's talking about mankind in general. And by ourselves we can do nothing, but through God we can do all things. All things are possible through him. Come and be a part of our service here at Temple Baptist Church. We have our first service on Sunday morning at 8 o'clock, and we have Sunday school classes beginning at 9. Our second service on Sunday morning is 10 a.m. And then we have a Sunday night service at 6 and Wednesday night at 7. May God bless you is our prayer.